Part 2. Silver Snow. Garland Moon. The Chaos of War. The Resistance Army successfully takes Fort Mercius. Their victory celebrations are cut short, however, when javelins of light pierce the sky and destroy much of the fort. With nowhere else to go, the Resistance Army withdraws to Garreg-Mach. Under the guise of surrender, they secretly prepare for a surprise attack on the Imperial capital.
It seems the preparations for our invasion of Enbar are advancing smoothly. All has been laid out so we can move swiftly to the necessary locations. Until the time comes, please try to keep your spirits up. There is something else. I have heard that Rhea is potentially being held captive in the capital. The information could not be confirmed, nor even properly sourced, but even still, we cannot ignore the possibility. Please bear that in mind. Yes, we must not let anything get in the way of rescuing her.
We're finally heading to Enbar, the capital city of the Empire. So many memories there.
Oh yeah? So you've been there before?
Oh, yes. Though it was a very long time ago.
A very long time? You must have been really young. I'm surprised you remember.
The main stage of the Mittelfrank Opera Company is in the capital. I hope no one from the opera gets swept up in the coming chaos.
There are many buildings straight out of the history books in Enbar. I hope they remain unharmed.
You're worried about the buildings? What about the people? You're an odd one, Lynn.
I am also worried about the people. I'm sure my father is in a palace in the capital.
Many people reside in Enbar, so we must take care to avoid needless casualties.
I don't think Edelgard cares much for avoiding casualties, so that's probably impossible. I bet we'll be fighting until one side or the other is completely destroyed.
Bernie, you should be staying away from thoughts like that. We will be defeating her with our full power. Our enemy has great strength, but we will not be losing.
I could not agree more. Remember, even if our surprise attack works, a force even greater than all of our troops combined awaits us in the capital. 0 casualties is always the goal, but we must not underestimate the situation at hand.
Still, we must not hold ourselves to the same twisted morality that she does. After all, we are here to stop her, not to follow her down her dark path. We all choose to fight back.
You're right, Flayn. We've got to try our hardest.
A different path from Edelgard.
There is no stopping her. The only way to end this is to kill her.
Our choice. Flayn, your words are wonderful and full of bravery.
Let's go! We can't lose!
The situation is dire, and so I will do what must be done.
I am certain that if we join our strength, we can win this battle without losing a single soul. Good day, Ferdinand. Working on your armor again?
Good day to you too. That is right. I have been overusing it a bit lately. Now, allow me to wager a guess. Are you feeling hungry as usual?
As usual? It is not as though I am always searching for a meal. I just... I am rather interested in armor. Do you mind if I peer over your shoulder while you work?
Of course not. Please, feel free to observe.
Thank you for allowing me the pleasure. Oh, so many different types. Wow! Helmets, armor, gauntlets. The range of defensive items seems innumerable. This one seems different from the rest of them. It is akin to a gauntlet, except...
Flame, careful!
Huh? Oh!
Flame, are you all right? Did you injure yourself?
I am well. But what was that?
That could have been serious. Please forgive me. I should have warned you first. This is a new type of gauntlet with a spring-loaded blade over the knuckles. The mechanism is rather easily triggered. How foolish of me not to warn you.
No, I am the one who was overly curious and reached out without permission. My apologies. But, when you snatched me out of harm's way, you embraced me quite tightly.
Yes. You were in danger and my instincts simply took hold. I hope you will forgive my rashness.
No, it is not that at all. It is just... you hugged me so tight.
Did it hurt? I am so sorry, Flame. I did not mean to cause you any discomfort.
Not at all. Not in the slightest. Anyway, I had better be on my way.
Such a delicate creature. And that sweet demeanor. Snap out of it, Ferdinand.
Linhardt, I need to be asking for your wisdom. Will you consent?
My wisdom? About?
I was hunting earlier, and the land gifted me with lots of game. It was all brought by me to the kitchen, and then...
You're not asking me for help with the butchery, are you? If so, stop right there. I despise the sight of blood.
No, I am not asking that. All of that work and care is given right after the hunting. Giving gratitude, bleeding, skinning, all has been done to be making very nice fresh meat. That meat is sitting in the kitchen already.
Oh, thank goodness. Then whatever do you need from me? I'm not much of a cook.
I want to be smoking the meat, so we can be preserving it. There is a big quantity of it. But I am without enough firewood for the smoking. I am needing more than I was thinking I would. The darkness has fallen outside, so it will be difficult to be collecting it right now.
Why not gather wood in the morning? Get some sleep now.
This meat will not be waiting that long. It will be going to waste. Please, do you have any suggestion for what I can do? You have much wisdom for giving, so I am hoping you will be helping me.
Okay, let me see. Easy to forage wood at this time of night. You know, there were a good number of desks and chairs in the ruined corner of the monastery. Some of the stuff there is salvageable, so none of it has been thrown away. There's definitely high-quality oak and beech out there. Both would be excellent for smoking meat.
Is that factual? I was not knowing that. The wisdom you give is exceptional.
Well, I wouldn't say that. As long as it's anything that looks broken beyond repair, no one should complain.
I am giving you my gratitude, Linhardt. Now, let's be going.
Pardon?
You have all of the wisdom about choosing wood for smoking. I am wanting your assistance.
But it's bedtime. Okay, fine. I can point out the choice smoking wood. Then I'll have to help haul it all back, won't I?
It would give me great happiness. There's no one better than you for this task.
Please stop with the praising. All right, fine, I'll help. I'm just that nice a guy.
Here's your book of fables you let me, Sedith. It was so interesting to learn all about St. Indek that I read it cover to cover in one sitting.
Impressive. I'm glad you enjoyed it. What's this sticking out between the pages? Is this an illustration?
No, nothing like that. I must have stuck it in there and forgotten. Just, give it back, please.
Are you certain this was accidental? It quite fits the descriptions in this chapter. Ah, I see. You included an illustration where you thought the visual would be helpful.
No, not at all. I was just fooling around. I have an overactive imagination, and I forgot to take it out before I gave you the book back.
It really is a lovely drawing, you know. Now that I've seen it, the book would feel incomplete without it. But who is this man next to Saint Indek? I can't help but notice he bears a resemblance to me.
Oh, that's Saint Keyhole. The book describes him as one of Saint Indek's closest friends. I got the feeling he was a very serious man, but also really kind. You know, like you. So that probably explains the, resemblance.
I have to say, I never would have expected to be a reference model for Saint Keyhole. What a curious ambivalence.
What about furious violence?
No, what I meant to say is that I am both flattered and a little embarrassed to be portrayed in this way. Perhaps it is because, in my study of him, I feel like I've also become a friend to Saint Indek. Records show that Saint Indek and Saint Keyhole worked together to achieve great things. If possible, I would like it if the two of us could similarly combine our efforts.
What? How do we figure into this?
We each bear their respective crests, do we not? One might also say that just as I am this book's author, you are now its illustrator. So why don't you do some more illustrations? And color them as well. We'll add them to the book.
You really want me to? I don't know if I'm good enough for something like that.
Considered. They used to call Enbar the city of Saros. To assault it together with the knights is surreal. If Saros were alive today, I wonder what she might make of our war. In Enbar, there was once a southern church, and apparently a bishop was dispatched to it. 100 years ago, the southern church became entangled in an insurrection. Until 5 years ago, the Empire and the church maintained a certain distance from one another.
Enbar is where the divine Saros, sent by the goddess, first appeared before mankind. Saint Saros then worked countless miracles there and offered guidance to the people. That's why Enbar is considered a holy place for the Church of Saros.
Lady Rhea. Whenever I think about how we'll be seeing Lady Rhea real soon, I get happy and really get cleaning. We'll get there for sure, right? We'll see her again? I just gotta believe Lady Rhea is waiting for us in the capital. We just have to find her.
Really?
Teacher. Professor, at last. The end is nigh. I love the Empire. Part of me wants it to survive. But I know that is not reasonable. The Empire's time has come. What we need now is a mighty leader who can rebuild Fodlan and rule it as a single nation. Nonetheless, it saddens me that we will not have an Adrestian Emperor.
The information about Lady Rhea being held in the Imperial capital came from an Imperial soldier at Mercius? We can't discount the possibility that the enemy's feeding us fake information on purpose. Still, we can only move forward. It's all on you, Professor. Well...
Enbar's streets are paved with unhappy memories, Professor. I've avoided the damned place ever since I abandoned my nobility. swore never to return. Now here we are. To return in this manner. Well, I can't say it is something I ever imagined.
Rhea will be somewhere in the city. I wonder if she can sense us coming. If we are able to save her, then I expect you will learn many secrets that have hitherto been kept from you. Are you prepared for that? Excellent. The battle will soon be upon us. Let us both be at our best for what is to come.
Yes. 5 years ago, Edelgard said a thing to me. Bridget is a vassal of the Empire. But she also said I always have the freedom to be choosing whether I am with or not with her. I will become the ruler of Bridget. So she said I must make my own path. So now, my path and her path will be colliding.
Ten years ago, Dagda and Bridget attacked the Empire from the west. Their final target was the capital. But they were countered at a port town long before they reached their destination. I guess our attempt has been more successful than theirs, all things considered.
Maybe.
Professor! My mother might be in the city. I don't have many good memories of her, if I'm being honest, but she's dearer to me than my father. If you happen to see her, please make sure she's not caught up in all the fighting. She's only a civil servant, so hopefully she takes a cue from her burning and stays inside.
In the opera, actors came and went all the time, but the people behind the scenes would stay forever. I'll bet I'd know a few of them now, even after all these years. I wonder if they've left the capital. I certainly hope so.
Professor?
Hello.
Huh?
Just recently, the fish in the pond suddenly started thrashing around like mad. I didn't know what was going on. And then I saw something gleaming in the southeastern sky. It happened right when you were out on campaign. I wonder what it could have been.
The whole of the capital is going to be a battleground. The city has such a long heritage. Even so, perhaps it deserves to be reduced to ashes for once. But we can't let the common folk get hurt. We should try to confine the damage to the noble section of town.
Hey! Hello there. This one, yes? This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Professor.
Welcome.
Please come again.
Pardon me. Here we are, facing the final battle with the Empire. It's been a long, difficult struggle. We have to get Lady Rhea back, and we have to crush the Empire in the name of Captain Geralt. I don't know what comes next, but we can sort out those details later.
Pardon me.
Okay.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Momentum's really picking up for this final battle, huh? Even I'm starting to feel tense. Me! Enbar's history goes back 1,400 years. That even predates the founding of the Empire. It's one of the sacred sites of the Seros faith, so it's a pretty big deal. But hey, no need to worry about the monastery while you're fighting the final battle. I've got it covered. I'll defend it to my last.
That's so. Some of my soldier friends departed for Empire territory a few days ago. They wore trader clothes and hid their weapons in their luggage, so that even if they encounter patrols, they won't arouse suspicion. Another squad dressed as traveling artists. It's like a game of dress-up, but with lives at stake.
It's such a relief that we've made it this far without having to fight my father. Hey, don't try and scare me. If he turns up as a reinforcement during the assault, we might lose. I'd better make my peace with that.
Please?
I'm from the Empire myself, and I still have some relatives in Inbar. I hope they get out in time, but I've no way of contacting them. I guess all I can do is pray they're not harmed.
Please?
Hi.
So, did you know? A magnificent canal flows through downtown Enbar. It's said to have been constructed under the guidance of Saint Seros before the Empire was even formed. Ever since, that canal has been a major lifeline for the capital's development. And now this is how the Empire repays it. Truly, no good deed goes unpunished.
Oh.
I was born in Enbar. My mother and father met in a church there. Not too long after, I was brought into the world. I do not understand how war can happen in such a precious place. It is most regrettable.
Hey, you! Professor!
Invading the capital and smashing the Empire. I wonder if doing so could really end this war. Care to share your thoughts, Professor? You say that with such confidence. I want to believe that it's true. Although for now, better to focus my efforts on the fight at hand.
We're forming small units and slowly sneaking into the Empire's territory. That allows us to conceal ourselves along the path of the main army's progress, so that by the time we reach the capital, we can all join forces again. However, if any of the units are discovered before we can rendezvous, the whole plan is a bust. I'm sure it will work out, though. The Empire seems to think we've abandoned our plans to invade, so they're likely not keeping as close a watch.
The Empire's army should be divided now, with significant troops still in the west. If they don't assert their authority over the Old Kingdom's lords, they'll never know when an uprising might start. Ironically, as soon as we capture the Imperial capital, the Old Kingdom's lords are likely to rise up immediately.
Ever since the Empire declared war on the Church, we have lost all contact with the priests and monks who were in the Imperial capital. I expect there's nothing we can do but pray for their safety. But realistically, it's probably too late.
It's been so long since I've been to the Imperial capital. I used to go to the opera there with my mother and brother.
I never thought my return would be like this.
Looks like we're nearing the end of this struggle. I'm sure Lady Rhea is on tenterhooks waiting for me to swoop in and rescue her. I was just kidding. Pay me no mind. Lady Rhea's not waiting for me, I know, no matter how much I might wish she were. She's waiting for you.
There's something I'd like to ask you. Oh, of course!
Thanks a million.
Nothing.
I feel...
I've really got...
Technique.
Feeling pretty...
Seems my...
The Resistance Army, having finished preparations for their surprise attack on the Imperial capital, departs Garreg Mach. Along the way, they join forces with ally soldiers who had already secretly entered Empire territory. Together, they storm the streets of Enbar, giving the Imperial army no time to counterattack.
There it is. The greatest city in all of Fodlan. Enbar, the Imperial capital. Deep within are the palace grounds where the Emperor resides. If Rhea is being kept here, she must be within the palace. We shall tear through the city streets, capture the palace, and kill Edelgard at last.
If the enemy spots us, they'll call back any troops deployed in other areas. We have no leeway here.
Lady Rhea, please be safe.
Now, we must organize our reserve troops and invade Enbar. It appears that Hubert and the Death Knight are in command of the Empire's forces in the city. We've not the time to deal with them one by one. Split up and take both on at once.
It's here! The Crest of Flames banner! There, on the other side of the canal!
Uninvited guests, I see. Let's ensure they receive a warm welcome. Ready the artillery. Prepare to attack. Rocks, arrows, magic. Rain death upon the enemy until they are silent as the grave. Reinforcements will fly in shortly. Defend the heavy weapons until they arrive.
Guide me well.
Judgment is passed!
Destiny unfurls.
I will prevail.
More fighting.
Appreciate it. To survive, each battle a victory.
Onward! Child's play. Let's make this quick. Let's make this quick. Onward! I cannot lose!
Put me in there. Hope you're ready. Attack at your own risk.
I do this for all of us.
I'm awake.
Ready for anything.
What's my strategy?
This is our chance.
Was there any...
I do this for all of us.
What's my strategy?
Ready for anything.
Points.
Let's think carefully.
This could turn the tides.
This is the cost of war.
Now!
Put me in there.
I'm awake.
Here is something to believe in!
Ready for anything.
Put me in there.
Don't try and stop me!
What's my strategy?
It's over!
Another victory.
That was fun to watch.
Guide me well.
Just a hindrance!
You knew it would end as such. Haven't.
I will prevail.
Let's make this quick. I've got no time for mercy. Onward!
More fighting.
Why, thank you. A bit.
I've been waiting for you.
Judgment is passed!
You defeat me? Left.
Fire meets water!
Don't blame yourself. It's my fault for being weak.
So the...
I'm awake.
What's my strategy?
Put me in there.
Hope you're ready! I'm not going down!
Big win!
I'll follow your example.
I do this for all of us.
Ready for anything.
Allow me to demonstrate!
This could turn the tides.
You're making me look bad.
Guide me well.
I will prevail.
With all of my might! You are in my way!
Witness frigid pride. For Brit.
Let's make this quick.
More fighting. That helps.
I will not die yet. Onward!
I've been waiting for you. It's time.
Haven't with them.
I must pull through. So this is how it ends.
Put me in there.
I have no need of you.
I'll have your head!
To kill, to die, to know one without the other would be maddening.
The results?
Good. Only Hubert remains.
We are taking heavy losses. We need more troops.
I'm awake.
Much needed. I will not let down my guard. I will see this war through.
I do this for all of us.
What's my strategy? Guide me well.
Let's make this quick. I've got no time for mercy.
I will prevail.
Onward!
More fighting.
Thank you. To survive, I will win! I fight for justice's name.
Exemplary.
Our first wave of reinforcements is here. It will not be long until the next.
Their reinforcements just keep on coming. We need to secure the artillery. That will make it easier to deal with them.
You're all going down.
I'll fight to the very last.
I do this for all of us. Let's shake things up.
I will not let down my guard. No time for pity.
What's my strategy? Another victory.
I'm awake.
I owe you one.
I will prevail. With all of my might! Not for myself, for everyone.
Let's make this quick. You lost that one.
More fighting.
Apologies. Onward. A bit.
Guide me well.
Put me in there.
Is it too late to run? Back to the fray.
We have reinforcements coming in from another direction. Deploy them as soon as they arrive.
Watch and learn.
You shall not survive!
I won't allow it.
Sorry, but this is war! I'll be home again soon.
Have I earned no reprieve?
Ha!
You are in my way! I fight for justice's name.
So reliable.
Thanks. I'm gr-
Thanks so much.
Ready for anything. This is the cost of war.
Might makes right. That's a...
Guide me well.
Hard work is a friend to count.
So steadfast.
Thanks for helping.
Watch and learn.
Just a hindrance. Lament your weakness.
You're relentless.
Really.
Allow me to demonstrate!
amazing!
I will see this war through. I'm grateful.
Thank you.
Not so fast.
That helps.
This is the cost of war.
I won't allow it.
Inspired!
I should have disposed of you a long time ago. I will rectify that failure here.
Here is something to believe in! We must place our faith in Her Majesty. Her victory is everything.
Excellent. We've broken through the city. Keep moving. Our next destination is the palace. We have finally made it. I am sure that Edelgard is hiding in the palace, awaiting our arrival.
Who is that? Is that not Dedu?
I heard knights had arrived. I came here to find you. I arrived not long after the battle at Gronder Field. I am here to kill Edelgard.
Will you now fight alongside us?
We fight for different objectives. I swore to offer Edelgard's head to His Highness. But, should I fail, I will have no choice but to entrust that mission to you. This is the information I have gathered during my time in hiding here. It includes details about the inside of the castle. There's more. The Archbishop is being held in the palace. I do not know the exact location.
Indeed, just as we suspected.
It seems we chose wisely when we decided to fight against the Empire.
I've done what I came here to do. Farewell.
Wait a moment. believe we should make our way there as well.
Part 2. Silver Snow. Garland Moon. Conclusion of the Crossing Roads. After storming the streets of Enbar and bringing Imperial forces to their knees, the Resistance Army surrounds the Imperial Palace. To topple the Empire and save Rhea from its clutches, the Resistance Army steels itself for battle against Emperor Edelgard.
Everyone, it is quite probable that Rhea is within the castle walls. We must defeat Edelgard and rescue Rhea in one fell swoop, no matter what stands in our way. She is one of your students. I understand your desire for a path to peace, but she will never bend to our will. You do understand that, do you not? We have no choice but to kill her.
We have already killed Hubert. Now is no time to hesitate.
She has it coming. After all, she started this war.
Someone has to stop her, and that someone is us.
As her former classmates, I feel we owe it to her to try talking it out.
This battle will be a deciding one. I am believing that it is her wish to be facing us.
Poor Adie. Professor, wherever you lead, I'll follow.
I'll fight with all I got to save Lady Rhea.
In the name of the Knights of Seros, we'll bring the hammer down on the Imperial Army.
The lives of Lady Rhea and everyone here are more important than all else. I shall be prepared.
I leave this mission in your hands. Say the word, and we shall begin.
They've made it into the palace, but it's actually the perfect chance to turn the tables on them. Defeating them all will turn the tide of war instantly. Taking a risk on dragging us back from the brink is the only option. Everyone, prepare for a bitter struggle. Victory to the Adrestian Empire!
The throne room is tightly locked, but wherever there are locks, there are also keys.
What's my strategy?
Onward!
I do this for all of us. Let's shake things up. Let's make this quick. Let's do our part. Let's turn the tables. No time to slow down.
More fighting.
That helps.
I'm awake. I'll do what it takes. Battle.
You must press on.
It's over! I must lead them well.
You're relentless.
Ready for anything. I will see this war through.
Put me in there.
Guide me well.
I will prevail. No use. With all of my might, you are in my way. Proceed carefully.
This is the cost of war.
I have faith.
Taking. To survive, I will win! Let's make this quick. I don't have time for this!
I'm not going down!
So reliable.
Guide me well.
We keep fighting.
I must confess, I never imagined that you would be able to pursue me this far. I don't mean to belittle your skills, Professor, but you far surpassed my expectations. Inform the troops. Destroy anyone who sets foot in the throne room.
Let's go. We'll ensnare them with ease. It's time. Well done.
Let's make this quick.
Ready for anything.
Guide me well.
I'm awake. I hate this feeling.
More fighting.
Apologies.
What's my strategy?
Professor, I suppose you think you can defeat me, is that right? But I will never give up. Even if my arms and legs failed me, I would still find a way to move forward. I will smash that false goddess and her minion into the ground. I will fight to free this world from her vile grasp.
What's my strategy? What's my strategy? What's my strategy?
Guide me well.
I must confess, I don't mean to inform.
Let's make this quick. Yeah!
Professor, I suppose you think you can defeat me, is that right? But I will never give up. Even if my arms and legs failed me, I would still find a way to move forward. I will smash that false goddess and her minion into the ground. I will fight to free this world from her vile grasp. It looks as though my path will end here. My teacher, claim your victory. Strike me down, you must. Even now, across this land, people are killing each other. If you do not act now, this conflict will go on forever. Your path lies across my grave. It is time for you to find the courage to walk it. If I must fall, let it be by your hand. I wanted to walk with you.
At last, it is over. Now we must find Rhea.
Professor, brother, I have a letter. The Imperial General asked me to deliver this to my instructor.
Who is it from? Hurry up, Professor. Read it at once.
It is from Hubert. Though he has left this world, he's reaching out through that letter.
If you are reading this letter, that means I have perished. As Her Majesty would never surrender to another, I can only assume she has fallen as well. It greatly pains me to think of this coming to pass. That said, as the survivors, I must ask you to settle certain affairs in our stead. You must destroy the threat that slithers in the dark. I am sure you must recall Monica and Tomas. Their allies yet live. They hold deep resentment against the children of the goddess and the people of the world. And they are biding their time until they can exact revenge. If left to their own devices, It is certain they will eventually bring unimaginable calamity and suffering to the world. I detected their sorcery when you took Fort Merceus. I have deduced the location of their stronghold, Shambhala. You will find its whereabouts enclosed. There is no question that they are the enemies of everyone in Fodlan. Do not allow yourselves to forget that. Lastly, while I cannot say she is in good health, the Archbishop resides in a secret chamber in the Imperial Palace. I have shared the location of the entrance to that secret chamber with the person to whom I have entrusted this letter. I believe that Her Majesty will be victorious. Even still, I must plan for her defeat as well. If you wish to lead this world, I challenge you to rise to the occasion and surpass my estimation of you. Such is your obligation as the victors, and the only fitting tribute to all that Lady Edelgard sacrificed.
What Hubert has written here, I cannot... No. I know it must be true. And if that is the case, then all else makes sense now. I must speak with Rhea. It seems our battle is not over just yet. Those who slither in the dark. We must kill every last one of them, or Fodlan will never again know peace.
They are allies of Monica and Tomas, correct? The ones who are after my blood. And also the ones who destroyed Fort Merceus with that mysterious light.
We shall discuss this more after we have rescued Rhea.
You have come to save me. Is this a dream? I have longed to see you again, all this time. Is it truly you? Sethith, Flame, you are here as well. Thank you for supporting the Professor, and for rescuing me.
Rhea, I am overjoyed that you are unharmed. I could not stand losing another of our kind.
Yes. I am reminded of the past, of reuniting in Inbar.
It is truly nostalgic. I would love nothing more than to lose ourselves in memories of the old days, but I must tell you something, Rhea. We have received incredible news, albeit from the Empire. They have told us the identity of our enemy. Those who slither in the dark. It is time for us to stop hiding the truth about the goddess, the progenitor god. The truth about us. It is time for us to tell the people everything.
Those who slither in the dark.
We are told they despise the children of the goddess, as well as those who live above ground. They are planning something horrible.
Please, tell the Professor everything about these vile people. There must be things that only you know.
I understand. Dear child, I will now tell you all that I know. It is true that there is a group of people who have slithered in the darkness and threatened the peace of Fodlan since ancient times. I am sure you have heard the stories of a man named Nemesis.
Nemesis, the king of liberation. The man who received the sword of the creator from the goddess and became a hero. However,
Nemesis was originally the leader of a group of bandits. He plundered the Holy Tomb and stole the remains of the progenitor god. When Nemesis appeared in Xanadu some time later, he already wielded the sword of the creator. The legend that the goddess gifted him the sword so that he could fight the wicked gods is false. That story was created after the fact. I do not know how Nemesis obtained the sword, or why he appeared in Xanadu, but he used that sword to massacre the people there, the children of the progenitor god. From their corpses he gained even more power, and brought war to Fodlan. A mere bandit like Nemesis would not have been capable of anything so monstrous on his own.
it was surmised that someone was collaborating with Nemesis, and there was a massive investigation to uncover who it was. But the truth was never discovered. I am now certain that his accomplices were those who slither in the dark. And this time, they have utilized the Imperial Army to send Fodlan back into the flames of war.
So, Edelgard has made a temporary alliance with them in order to achieve her own aims. Professor, we must journey to Shambhala and stop them.
You must not allow Fodlan's bloody history, the Red Canyon tragedy, to repeat itself.